I was always rushing everywhere, going from town to town, playing my music, living my dream, when suddenly the world shut down. The virus hit us just like that. I didn't know what I'd do, but I quickly found out love and kindness was gonna get me through. Love and kindness, hearts that give. This is what guides us, the best way we can live. Things won't be this way forever. Let's stay strong and hold it together with love and kindness each and every day. So many of us have been hurting, so many of us are unsure. Will we ever go back to normal? Will they ever find a cure? I thank God each day that I wake up that my loved ones are still here. I have faith and I have hope, I won't be ruled by fear. I choose love and kindness, hearts that give. This is what guides us, the best way we can live. Things won't be this way forever. Let's stay strong and hold it together with love and kindness each and every day. This all happened for a reason, there's no doubt in my mind. This is the changing season, we must leave all worries behind. I believe in love and kindness, hearts that give. This is what guides us, the best way we can live. Things won't be this way forever. Let's stay strong and hold it together with love and kindness each and every day. Love and kindness each and every day.
There's a part of me that knows the answer to every question before I ask it. There's a part of you that knows the answer to every question before you ask it. We are one, we are one, we are one, and we know what to do. We are one, we are one, we are one, and we know what to do. are one. We are one, and we know what to say.
Un soldato a casa regresó y un niño enfermo se
Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first time. 1,000 cups of tea, but not like this one. 1,000 breaths we breathe, but not like this one. 1,000 suns will rise, but not like this one. 1,000 lullabies, but not like this one. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first time. 1,000 passing smiles. Come on, sing it. But not like this one. 1,000 starlit skies, but not like this one. 1,000 words to choose, but not like this one. 1,000 I love yous, but not like this one. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first time. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first time. With a brand new pair of eyes, so that we may finally see. 1,000 cups of tea, 1,000 gifts received, 1,000 fields of green, 1,000 farewells will grieve, and 1,000 lives conceived. Come on, sing it. But not like this one. 1,000 hands will hold, but not like this one. 1,000 stories told, but not like this one. 1,000 beauties to behold, but not like this one. And 1,000
I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community and we believe that there are many paths to one divinity. So what does that mean to you sitting at the house watching on Facebook or YouTube? We have 10 different faith perspectives, 10 different musical artists, and we give them one-word topics. And over a 10-week period, they come back with either 2 videos or a talk. And Philip, our man behind the curtain, mashes all those together with a hello and a goodbye from Becky and I, and that is our Sunday service series on any given topic. Presently, we are talking about respect. You can join us at www.peopleofdiversity.org and mash on the donate button in the center of the page, and that will bring you to a place where you can donate, tithe, whatever word works for you, and be a part of what we're trying to create here. So upcoming events, we've got a couple things going on. First, we have the SOAR Body, Mind, and Spirit pop-up wellness event happening in Cocoa at 801 Forest Avenue at In Bloom Academy. We have 14, maybe 15 vendors, some food trucks, 8 different talks, 4 different workshops, and on a diverse, topics, everything from learn your love language to alcoholism in a Native American community. So there's all kinds of things to dive into, and that will be October 22nd and 23rd. And then we have on November 21st, that's a Monday, we're doing an interfaith United in Thanksgiving. And that's going to be at the Evangelist Catholic Community in Vieira. And that is an annual event done by the Interfaith United Group here in Brevard. Again, that's November 21st at 7 p.m. And we'll get more and more information for you on that one each week as we get closer and closer to it, and everything kind of comes into form.
Scott and I went to that last year, and it's amazing. They have representatives from all kinds of different faiths, local people, and it was just really inspiring and good. Yeah,
it was a good time.
Nice way to start off the Thanksgiving holiday. So last week we had our Native American representative, Will Davis, speaking on respect, and he did a wonderful job as always, and his musical guest was Keith Leon, so that was a great service. If you missed it, go back to the Facebook page, People Diversity Facebook page, and look it up. Today we are having Shaman Jerry Nedesheim, and her musical guest is Justin Turk. Next week will be our Christian representative, Celidia Junis, and her musical accompaniment will be Jason and Heather Powers. They always do a great job too. So past services are available at the People of Diversity Facebook group or Facebook page. Following the morning service, Sunday morning service, from 11:45 to 12:15, we will do a deep dive on Zoom. The link to that is below. And we just get to see each other face to face, which is nice, and talk about the message, talk about whatever, just check in. And Jerry typically comes to those, so I'm expecting that our Shaman Jerry Nedesheim will be there for the deep dive. We have a second broadcast of the service, the morning service, on Facebook Live at 5:45 p.m. on Sunday evening. And it's not live like the Zoom deep dive, but it's we can comment and talk in the comment box and shoot hearts and that sort of thing. And it's really nice to watch the service a second time. If you saw it in the morning, and I always get a lot out of it watching it the second time. Or you can send people back. If you see something in that service that touches your heart, then send somebody that you care about back to watch it on the second service.
And that's what we pinned to the top of the page too, so you can go back all week long, and it's right there at the top of the page.
Right. If you want to get Facebook notifications about the services, which makes it really easy, Sunday morning it pops up and says, we're about to have a premiere. Push the button and you're there. So just go to the People of Diversity Facebook group or Facebook page and ask to join. We will let you in, and then you'll start getting those notifications. Each week we bless a country. So if you have any information at all about the country we are blessing next week, send it to the email address below. Next week we are blessing Guyana. This week we are blessing Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau. Last week we did Guinea, now we're doing Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau is located on the Atlantic coast of West Africa. It's about the size of Maryland, not very big, and has 2 million people. They are 45% Muslim, and quite the diversity here. 45% Muslim, 22% Christian, 18% mixture of other religions, and I thought this one was really interesting. 15% animism, and I had to look up what animism meant. But animism is the belief that all things, animals, plants, rocks, rivers, weather systems, human handiwork, and perhaps even words, are animated and alive. So 15% of the people believe in animism. So that's pretty cool. Guinea-Bissau was colonized by Portugal, but only about 14% of the population speaks Portuguese, even though that's the official language. Everyone else speaks a Portuguese-based Creole that is spoken nowhere else in the world. So they basically have their own language. Their biggest cash crop is cashews. I love cashews. They are one of the top 5 cashew producers in the world. 85% of the population relies on cashews for all or part of their income. They even make cashew wine. Whoever thought of that? They are an extremely poor country with an average income of less than $2 per person per day. And this is due to political instability, drug trafficking, and lack of education and skills training. In addition, very few countries have a presence in Guinea-Bissau, and there is no U.S. embassy there. So not only are they very poor, they're not getting a whole lot of outside assistance. The habitat is mostly low coastal marsh and wet forests, and they have 217 miles of coastline. About 16% of the country is protected land. There are 6 national parks, and they have chimpanzees, hippos, hyenas, antelopes, and African dwarf crocodiles. So kind of a cool place to visit from that point of view. Now here's our last fact, and I thought this was really amazing. There are about 90 islands off of Guinea-Bissau's coast, and they are called the Bisagos Islands. About 20 of these islands are populated, and they are a matriarchal society. Women run the government and officiate law proceedings. They run the economy, all spiritual endeavors. They own their own homes and also are responsible to build their own homes. So it's totally matriarchal society. So very cool. The islands off of it. So let us hold the people of Guinea-Bissau in our hearts. They want the same things in their lives as we want in ours. They need some abundance and some stability, some love and compassion from their government officials. So we see them having all of the good things in life, and we say these words together. May peace prevail in Guinea-Bissau. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. Thank you. Okay.
All right. This will be Mr. Turk's second installment with us. Really looking forward to it. I just want to give Justin a shout out. He is also in the running. He has written a song and put it in for a contest, and he is in the running. So I will post that in today's links as well. And good luck to Justin. I've listened to the song. It's a great song, and good luck to him on that. And of course, Jerry has been a pod peep for many years, and a dear friend. So without further ado, we'll see you on the other side.
One more time. It's not sovereignty or the comfort or wealth. It's in the choices that affect your health and desire. It's time without restraint. Like the letting go is how we liberate. Oh, freedom, what does it mean? Something that we're born with in the air you breathe. Oh, freedom doesn't come for free. Must do the work to claim your liberty. Must do the work to claim your liberty. Emancipation, toil and pain. Self-determination's how we break those chains. Absolute contentment is the key. Through your independence you will surely see. Oh, freedom, and just what that means. Something that we're born with in the air we breathe. Oh, freedom doesn't come for free. Must do the work to claim your liberty. Must do the work to claim your liberty. Must do the work to claim your liberty. Will of your heart is your salvation. Liberty, it's in your hands. The actions determine your dimension. So make amends. Oh, freedom, what does it mean? Something that we're born with in the air we breathe. Oh, freedom, does it come for free? Must do the work to claim your liberty. Must do the work to claim your liberty. Must do the work to claim your liberty.
Aho! Thank you so much, Scott and Becky, for having me back again to speak on this topic, respect from a shamanic perspective. I really do appreciate the opportunity. I'm Shamama Bean, and I am a Peruvian-trained shaman of the Kiro lineage, and I was trained by my teacher, Apus Shannon Davis, medicine woman. The definition of a shaman is a person who straddles worlds. This is a person who straddles worlds between the ordinary and non-ordinary reality to bring back medicine in order to help people on their path of healing, be it spiritually, physically, or mentally. We ourselves are often called the wounded healers because the first thing a shaman must learn to do is to integrate their own shadows back into themselves. This is the equivalent of putting on our own masks when in an airplane when the cabin pressure changes, and we can only be of benefit if we've helped ourselves first. We have to put on our own masks before we help other people. In order to learn more about this path of healing, you can contact Chicana Spiritual Center, and it is our pleasure to be doulas, if you will, to assist you on your path of healing. One of the things that brings tremendous healing on all levels is contained in a Quechua word called Aini. And that word is spelled A-Y-N-I. It is loosely translated as harmony in English, but its meaning has a further reaching implication than harmonic coexistence. It is a way of being. Primarily, this is a way of being in right relationship, to be in right relationship with ourselves, each other, and our environment. And this means that there's a collaboration where the highest and best for all is the intent. One of the most important components of right relationship next to love is respect. It's a lack of respect that often gets in the way of us being in Aini. Disrespectfulness is a state of being that causes so much disharmony. Disrespectfulness has caused a rift between us and Pachamama, Mother Earth. Disrespect has caused nations, families, relationships, governments to disintegrate. People commit murders because someone disrespected them in traffic or elsewhere. It's a very slippery slope because we don't really understand what respect is. One thing I remember being taught about respect as a child was that we had to talk to our parents, our elders, and authority figures a certain way. To disrespect was to speak or to look at them with a certain tone or comportment. For us as children, it meant having no kind of vocal inflection or facial expression that could be misconstrued as contradictory to what was being communicated to us. Compliance to that was labeled respect, but was it really right relationship though? The idea of respect in that instance was a weapon used to enforce compliance to what was deemed right. And for some of us who grew up that way, growing up and earning respect meant that you had earned the power to bully someone else into your way of thinking. And that's definitely not a key to establishing right relationship at all, as jockeying for relational power only leads to no relating at all. Respect and compliance are not the same thing. And then back to that misconception that respect is something that must be earned. One of the reasons we might want to examine that thought is that it puts us in a very precarious position of judging if something or someone is worthy of respect. This conferred worthiness is troublesome because worthiness, depending on who you talk to, is a huge variable. It's often based on popular opinion, our own or someone else's agenda, what our own ego even deems as important. And our egos can be a very fickle master, as most often it bases worthiness on what it thinks we need. This egoic thinking is a stronghold. And since our thinking brain is designed to protect us, and if our ego thinks that our sense of survival and belonging are threatened, we can be manipulated by those things that we think we need. Respect is not a commodity. That position of judging the worthiness of a person, place, or thing is often based upon how much of a real or perceived impact they have on our time, talent, or resources. And sometimes it's even worse than that. We don't think about it from our own perspective. We're not even using our own minds. We're not even relating it back to our own experience. But we make our judgment based on hearsay. And that's a horrible way to judge the worthiness of things. For example, As a young woman, I had a thing for high-heeled shoes. I thought they were cute, and if I wore them, it would confer cuteness on me. Then I'd be worthy of being a cute young woman, worthy of some cute young man's attention. It didn't matter if they were uncomfortable. My ego said I needed to look cute to be worthy of relationship. So, who told me about heels and their ability to confer relational worthiness? The culture I lived in. See, none of this would have been an issue if I were part of the Tarahumara tribe from the Middle Americas. Now, they're a tribe of people that were known for running long distances in huaraches, which is a predecessor of the modern-day flip-flop, the state shoe of Florida. But yet, here's another variable. What we think we need is based upon the season or situation of life that we are in. Another for example, fast forward a few decades. I wear sneakers now. My ego is not so concerned about being cute, because in order for me to be in right relationship with my feet, which are critical for my ability to ambulate, I am choosing to respect the needs of my feet. And also, now my interpersonal relationships are based on things much more tangible than cuteness. Respect is a choice. To give respect is a choice. Respect is a choice to acknowledge the right for something to be what it is. Respect is a choice to acknowledge the right for someone to be who they are. Does this mean we have to be in agreement? Nope, not at all. It does, however, acknowledge the free will of people. Respect is not a release from consequence. For example, gravity is a reality on this planet. Could you imagine the chaos would ensue if it were unreliable? I can choose to disrespect gravity because I want to fly. It isn't gravity's fault that I fall. Gravity is what it is. It has its own immutable laws. It always works. So, I chose not to be in right relationship with gravity, and now I deal with the consequences based upon whether it was a curb or a cliff that I transgressed the laws of gravity with. Respect is not a request to suspend discernment or justice. One of the beliefs of shamanism is that we are spirit beings having a human experience. Before we incarnate on this planet, we make a choice as to what we are going to experience on this planet. As eternal beings, we get to make this choice over and over again as we trade in our earth suits, possibly coming back for another round or staying with Source. The one way that this plays out on our planet Earth here is that we are tasked with being in Aini with ourselves by honoring our soul contracts. This is going to get a little heavy for a minute. We get so angry at the murderers, the rapists, and the thieves. And while I am not condoning nor discounting the harm done by those who choose to incarnate this way, I'd like to point out that we carry those same shadows within ourselves. Yeah. The desire to extinguish, to overpower, to take. But we push those shadows so far away from ourselves that we get out of balance, trying so desperately hard to be good based upon what someone else says good is to be. So good, in fact, that we feel better about ourselves because at least we're not like them. So good, in fact, that if we think a perspective is too different from ours, then we resort to extinguishing, overpowering and taking in the name of protecting that which we have judged as good. Respect is not to acquiesce to the chaotic, nor is it the suspension of the anger or grief we feel or when injustice or harm occurs, but it's the choice to acknowledge the right for something or someone to be what they are. And this is a very powerful lesson to learn, this respecting of another's right to be. Learning it is the difference between living in perpetual victimhood by staying mired in those lower vibrational feelings of guilt, anger, resentment. And that leaves the door open for more of the same, by the way. Or we can process those things that we feel and cultivate perpetual growth by cultivating resiliency, by understanding that there is life on the other side of chaos. Choosing respect allows us to fearlessly and unflinchingly see that which is in front of us. It gives us the opportunity to tap into our own free will and our own inner creativity and shift our worlds accordingly. Sometimes this shift means suspending our judgment on how the world should look. We all have ideas of what we think things should be. I'll repeat that again. Sometimes the shift into resiliency means suspending our judgment on how the world should look. Is this easy? Nope. Will it cause cognitive dissonance? Yep. And understand too that this dissonance will activate your fight or flight response. Also know that pulling down judgments based on core beliefs takes time. So don't rail against the shoulds. Don't sit up and holler about the way things should be, because the shoulds are only a symptom. Check your core beliefs. Get curious about how they've served you in the past and how are they serving you still. It's deep, heavy work. Oh yes, and by the way, please understand that if you need support for this deep work, get it. One way to get support for that deep work is by attending one of the Way Through workshops that Scott and Becky have. It's an excellent place to start. For the shaman, respect is a choice that is born from a conscious heart. A heart that chooses to live in love, which is the key element for promoting Aini. Please understand that it is possible to live in right relationship. It begins with having an accurate view of what respect is and choosing to display that in our interactions with one another. It is possible to live in right relationship because we all have the power to live this way. We are all thought forms of divine love made manifest in the flesh. Much respect to you and your journey. Aho.
Thank you, Justin. It's so nice to have you as part of the pod family, and we really appreciate that you've joined us. Jerry, you're always amazing. We just love you. And it's great to see you, even though it's over the video. It's just always wonderful to be in your presence, and you do such a wonderful job. Thank you so much. Philip.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, can't do without you, man. So we just really appreciate all that you do. If you are out there in the world and have these kinds of needs, either virtual or in person, contact Philip Lupo and he can get you set up and we'll do an awesome job. So, we know. We know. Following this morning service will be our Zoom live deep dive, 11:45 to 12:15. So join us for that. And on Sunday evening, we will rebroadcast the Facebook Live, and we'll watch it again. And look forward to seeing you there or someone that you send. Next week is Reverend Solidia Junis.
Yay.
Melchizedek Christian Viewpoint on Respect, and her musical guests will be Jason and Heather Powers.
All the way from California.
All the way from California. So, the beauty of being virtual.
Right. All right. www.peopleofdiversity.org is how you can support this process, and hit that donate button in the middle of the page. That's the one that's working right now. And let's just take a deep breath and move into a state of gratitude for all that has come to us, all that will come to us, and all that is flowing out and all that we're connecting to. And for that, we are grateful. And we say amen.
Amen.
So, before you click off, the most important piece of the service is right now. Bring to your mind's eye anyone in your world that needs support, love, or healing. And let's bring in all the folks who are running the show on this planet and send some love out to them too, so they can make good, clear decisions that take care of us all in a good way. So we'll listen to this last song and send energy out. Open up and let it in. It's our moment to receive as well. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of